Hachette Audio presents The New York Times Book of the Dead, edited by William McDonald. Read by a full cast.
Introduction by William McDonald. The headline appeared on the front page of the New York Times on April 17, 1865. Our Great Loss. The Assassination of President Lincoln. Details of the fearful crime. Measured against the national calamity it described, the headline was relatively small, occupying the page's upper left corner over one long, narrow column of type. The tone was more mournful than excited, more a comforting hand on the shoulder than an urgent clutching of the lapels. The reporting that followed was sober, unhurried, so much so that the Times thought it prudent to tell its readers quickly in the third paragraph that in Washington all business in the departments was suspended during the day. Still, as we read it now, our imaginations are stirred by the account. We can never know what it was like for Americans of that distant year to learn the shocking news that Lincoln had been assassinated. But by reading the very words that they did, we can, for a moment, suspend our superior 21st century knowledge of the event and put ourselves in the mid-19th century shoes of a populace hungry for whatever information could be had about the horrible crime, as the Times called it. It's a time-transcending experience that may be found throughout this book, for each obituary here is largely what appeared in print after the momentous death occurred. I say largely because most of these have been abridged somewhat so that all might fit snugly between the covers, since its first issue on September 18, 1851. Think about that date for a moment. As the obituaries editor of the Times, I admit that I may harbor a certain bias born of institutional pride, but I can think of precious few news organizations still in operation today that can boast of a legacy reaching back that far, that could mine their archives to present so vast a historical lineup, from Daniel Webster to David Bowie. And few news organizations, I would venture, have been as conscious of contributing to the historical record as the Times. Thumbing through these pages will attest to that. The book is a veritable portrait gallery of some of the most luminous personalities to have left their mark on the world since before the American Civil War. The Book of the Dead does not purport to be comprehensive. The historical figure...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?